We are proud to share a relationship with the farmers about more than 15 years. It's great to know where the beans are from and who is working for the special blend. We'd like to talk a bit about Latin America. We couldn't enjoy so many different tastes without coffees from there. So, back to Danielle.
Thank you. When you think 15 years, that's a good friendship. So, to Latin America, they are really popular for their coffees because they're really they have really favorable climate there, and it's really native feeling. So you have balanced feeling. So you have nutty, you have the floral, you have chocolate, and it's not too much from something. You have not too much acidity, you have not too much body. It's just really nice. So I really like them, and you can enjoy them really good with milk. So that's perfect. I like cappuccino or cafe latte, so that's just great. And when we have guests and they're asking for their coffee, you know, they want to buy their coffee for at home. I always ask them if they like to drink cappuccino at home or cafe lattes, and then you always know what you can advise to them. So you don't even have to go to the Asian side. I think so. I don't know what's your thoughts, but yeah. Latin America is a very volcanic land. The coffee grows about an altitude from 1,200 meters to 1,800 meters. That's very high, and the coffee has more time to grow and to intensify their taste. So Latin American coffees are really nice. They're really intensive, like chocolate, nutty, and I think that's just great. Our Christmas blend, espresso roast, is coming from Costa Rica, as Andrea told you. As you know, Christopher Columbus, I think everybody knows him. He identified Costa Rica in 1502, and he announced to be Costa Rica to be a really rich coast. I'm sorry, and I think he's right. I don't know what we should do without coffees from Costa Rica. And something very important was what has to be said. In 2004, Starbucks opened the first farmer support center in San Jose. That's in Costa Rica, and it was supposed to aid the farmers, you know, to grow their coffee and to secure their futures with money and with the hospitals and water, all the things. And I think our Christmas blend espresso roast is a really good example for our support. We couldn't enjoy this coffee without the support from Starbucks, and yeah, it's always great to know that we do something for these people over there because they need it, and we also need the coffee from them. So it's the perfect thing to help them. To taste, it's just so great to taste this coffee because I love H beans. I really love H beans to taste because when you taste this coffee, it's like an airplane's taking off. From this H beans, this effect is like you taking off, and then after that you have this native feeling, which makes you feel safe. And then for me, really, I just have to wait for the air crew to add me some milk, and then my trip can get started. So I think let's try this coffee, and then we can see what's the difference between the Christmas blend and the Christmas blend espresso roast. I think it's a really big difference. As you see, we have a nice golden French press just for you tonight. So, again, let's smell and tell me your thoughts, what you're smelling. It's so different.
Yeah, it's stronger. Mm-hmm. Yeah? And when you smell it with the Christmas blend, yeah, this is very, very strong.
Mm-hmm. And you can feel or you can smell the Latin American beans. Before you had the really, really H beans and the Sumatra, and now you have the Latin American beans. I love it. I love both, but I love the Christmas blend espresso roast. Is my favorite. I have to say. I'm sorry.
And what do you smell?
Nut.
Nuts, yeah. And sweet, so much sweet.
Peanuts.
Peanuts, yes. But it's sweeter than a Christmas blend.
Yeah.
A little bit,
And it smells stronger.
yeah.
What do people think about this coffee? Hello, Matteo. Yeah, I think they.
And a little bit spicy, but just a little bit. On the Christmas blend, it's more, and on the Christmas blend espresso roasts, it's not so spicy. A little bit.
I just have to wait for the chocolate. I always see the chocolate in front of me. I can wait for the chocolate cake.
So, and the next step is slurp.
Slurp. So,
Yeah.
again, as loud as you can slurp. Slurp. Louder.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's great.
great. And also stronger when you slurp.
It's important that you slurp because then you have more taste because the air in your mouth, I think I have to say it like this, the air in your mouth, yeah, you can feel more, you have more taste in your mouth. So it's like, I don't know, you have, again, the aged effect, like palm, and then
Freshed up, yeah.
fresh up. And then you have the nutty feeling, as I told you, from the Latin American beans. It's not too much from something, so it's nutty chocolate. You have not even spicy, so she always smells pepper, but I don't smell pepper. But it's good. And I think when you drink this cup, you have to think about the farmers. You have to think about which way was this coffee making before we can taste it in this cup. It was, yeah, it's just great. I always enjoy it to have a coffee and think about what's in here. It's not just coffee. It's really real passion. So, chocolate. Eat
Yeah.
chocolate. I do chocolate.
What we have for a
That's our Christmas latte cake. We had it last year. I was waiting the whole year for this cake, just this cake.
we love it.
Yeah. So it's really chocolate, and I think chocolate goes really good with Latin American coffee.
And
It's-
that's why I love Latin American coffees.
Yeah, because
it's
of
so
chocolate.
good. Yeah. So,
Oh, this is smooth.
perfect food pairing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Again, it's not too chocolate, so it's really good with the coffee. You have the chocolate taste from the cake, and you have the coffee which smells like coffee, which tastes like coffee. But now you really have a chocolate flavor. I think before you just have chocolate, okay, and now you have this chocolate flavor. It's not a dark chocolate. It's a really fine chocolate. You know, like Lindt chocolate. You know, Switzerland chocolate. It's not too dark and not too sweet. It's just I don't know,
Fine.
just basic.
Yeah. And I think it's not so nutty. When you eat with the Christmas log cake, it's sweeter and not so nutty. It's yeah, I love it so. And I love the cake.
Yeah, of course. But to say the difference between this coffee is first we have on both we have the H beans. I think to say that we have more H beans in the Christmas blend and less in the Christmas espresso roast. But I think it's a good mixture because in the espresso roast it needs to have more Latin American coffee because I don't know, it's stronger with it. And with the Christmas blend, it's just, I don't know, it don't have to be so strong because when you feel you're in the Christmas tree around the family, and you don't need a strong coffee, I think. What do you think? Say yes, please.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if there are some questions or maybe you have a story or some comments. I like to answer some questions if they are, or maybe, I hope so. Please, ask questions. That would be nice. But thanks you for all these comments. It's really nice to see that you joined us.
Oh, you can write pepper.
Pepper, where?
For paper? No, paper.
Hello, Amsterdam.
Oh,
In the morning? No. Oh, so nice. That makes me happy. Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think we want to say this is our first our first coffee tasting with the whole world, and we're from District 3, so don't forget, 3 in Switzerland. And it's just great that I can do it with Andrea, and
Thank
it's
you.
nice for this option, and I think there is a second time or a third time. It's nice to share with the whole world, not even with her, always with her, you know. I don't even always, when she always smelled pepper. And I want to say hello to my mom, to my dad, to my sister, to my brother, to my grandmother, grandfather. And you want to have some special...
Okay. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. And thank you, Danielle. You makes great.
Thank you, too. Bye. Thank you.